Elon Musk just redefined the roadmap for the moon. For years, the public viewed SpaceX's Starship as a vessel for simple exploration, but recent updates confirm a far more radical objective: the creation of a fully integrated off-world industrial system. This isn't just about visiting the lunar surface. It is about utilizing the moon as the foundation for a massive space-based economy that supports colossal orbital structures, infinite energy harvesting, and autonomous AI data centers. The core of this vision rests on an environment most people overlook. Space is not just a vacuum. It is the most concentrated energy field available to humanity. Musk has argued that orbital solar power could eventually dwarf the entire global economy of Earth. While that sounds like science fiction, the physics back it up. Space receives roughly 100,000 times more usable solar energy than our planet's surface. By moving our energy collection outside the atmosphere, we bypass every limitation of terrestrial renewables. On Earth, solar power is hampered by the night cycle, weather patterns, and atmospheric interference. In geostationary orbit, satellites remain in nearly constant sunlight. This allows space-based solar power, SBSP, to provide baseload energy, the kind of steady 24/7 power currently reserved for nuclear or fossil fuel plants. Because there is no atmosphere to scatter radiation, the energy intensity is 1.5 times higher than the best possible conditions on the ground. A single orbital array could beam 2 gigawatts of power back to Earth via microwaves, enough to sustain millions of homes with zero interruptions. Furthermore, SBSP solves the land use crisis. To generate massive amounts of power on Earth, you need tens of kilometers of solar farms. In space, that efficiency is multiplied by 10, requiring only a small receiving station on the ground to capture the energy beam and feed it into the national grid. Historically, the only thing stopping this was the brutal cost of launch. Building a massive solar array in orbit used to be a multi-billion-dollar fantasy. But Starship changes the economic gravity of the situation. By creating a fully reusable system capable of hauling 150 tons per flight, SpaceX is engineering a collapsing cost. If launch prices drop to under $10 million per mission, the price per ton to orbit falls by a factor of 1,000. At that point, we stop treating space missions like rare events and start treating them like a high-frequency freight service. Massive structures aren't launched whole. They are assembled in orbit, piece by piece, just like a skyscraper on Earth. However, Musk's vision extends beyond just sending power back home. A second, quieter revolution is happening, moving computation into the stars. Musk has suggested that Starship could eventually deploy up to 500 gigawatts worth of solar-powered AI satellites annually. Why move AI to space? Terrestrial data centers are incredibly expensive to cool and require massive battery backups. In orbit, you have infinite solar energy and a natural vacuum for cooling. These wouldn't be simple communication satellites. They would be orbital brains, compact data centers running AI models 24/7 without ever touching a power grid. To put this in perspective, the total electricity consumption of the United States is roughly 500 gigawatts. In just a few years of Starship deployments, orbital AI capacity could exceed the power usage of the entire American nation. To sustain this, the bottleneck shifts from rockets to hardware. This explains Tesla's push into massive chip manufacturing facilities like the Terra Lab. We need to produce processors as fast as Starship can launch them. What Musk just revealed isn't a moon landing. It's an industrial revolution. We are witnessing the first practical steps toward a Type 2 civilization, one that no longer relies on a single planet to power its intelligence or its future.